The Ceryneian Hind, the labor of patience. What was the most difficult enemy Heracles ever faced? A monstrous lion whose skin could not be pierced? A deadly hydra whose heads grew back when cut? Or perhaps a deer? At first, the answer sounds absurd, yet the third labor of Heracles would test him in a way no monster ever could. Not through strength, not through battle, but through patience. The creature was known as the Ceryneian Hind, a sacred animal devoted to the goddess Artemis. It was unlike any deer the world had ever seen. Its antlers shone like gold, its hooves gleamed like bronze, and it could run faster than an arrow in flight. No hunter had ever captured it. No trap had ever held it. No mortal had ever come close. Yet King Eurystheus ordered Heracles to bring the magnificent creature back alive to Mycenae. It was a clever trap. If Heracles failed, he would lose the labor. But if he injured the sacred animal, he would earn the wrath of Artemis herself. For perhaps the first time, strength alone could not solve the problem. And so the hunt began. The hind fled across mountains, forests, rivers, and frozen lands far beyond the borders of Greece. Day after day, week after week, month after month, Heracles followed. The creature always remained just out of reach. Many would have abandoned the chase. Many would have convinced themselves it was impossible. But Heracles continued. One season passed, then another. The hunt lasted an entire year. A full year of failure after failure. A full year without victory. Yet he refused to surrender. Because perseverance is not moving quickly towards success. It is continuing when success seems nowhere in sight. At last, near the river Ladon in Arcadia, fortune shifted. The sacred deer approached the water's edge. As it attempted to cross, Heracles seized his chance. According to one version of the myth, he fired a single arrow so skillfully that it passed between the bones of the animal's forelegs without drawing a drop of blood. The creature was captured, alive, unharmed. The impossible had finally been achieved. But the greatest challenge was still ahead. As Heracles carried the hind toward Mycenae, two divine figures appeared before him. Artemis, goddess of the hunt, and her brother, Apollo. The goddess immediately saw her beloved animal in chains. Her anger was fierce. How dare a mortal capture a creature sacred to her? In that moment, Heracles could not rely on his muscles. He could not fight a goddess. He could not force his way to victory. All he could do was speak the truth. Respectfully, he explained that he had acted only because he was bound by the command of King Eurystheus. He had no desire to insult the gods. He sought only to complete the task imposed upon him. Artemis listened, and she saw that the hero spoke honestly. The goddess chose mercy over punishment. She allowed Heracles to continue his journey, but on one condition. Once the labor was complete, the hind must be released. Heracles agreed. When he finally arrived in Mycenae, he presented the marvelous creature to Eurystheus. The king had received what he demanded. The labor was complete. And true to his word, Heracles immediately set the animal free. In an instant, the Ceryneian hind disappeared back into the wilderness, returning forever to the protection of Artemis. Unlike the Nemean lion, this labor was not won through violence. Unlike the hydra, it was not won through combat. The Ceryneian Hind was never truly defeated. It was simply pursued with unwavering determination. Perhaps that is why this labor remains one of the most fascinating of all, because its lesson is timeless. The greatest challenges in life are not always overcome by strength. Sometimes they are overcome by patience, and sometimes the hardest battle is simply refusing to give up.